Let's try this baby one more time, huh? I guess it is work. Okay, well, I didn't know. What am I supposed to do? Try? I see. I had to stop. I had to look. I had to reason. I had to perceive what was going on and try to figure out what would be the best way out of this whole situation. And and that's what I just did. Um, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see how this goes. Because this is going to be three that I have to put together for a Sunday night. Now, I'm trying again. It wasn't 11:11, but it was the first time. The second time, I don't know. I'll find out. And this time, the time really, other than the fact that why I put it on at 11:11, you might want to know that. I'll bring it up again. I'll bring it up tonight. If you look up 11:11, you're going to see all kinds of different things, all positive. You're going to see some about coming into money and having good fortune and angels being there, a guardian angel being beside you, and knowing that this is the best thing for you. I mean, all kinds of things. And every single one of them's positive. So I figured, why not have it at 11:11, a positive time? So this whole website would be positive. And that's what I'm trying to do, make it positive for you. And we can talk about things and anything you'd like to deal with or want to come upon or actually see. And I know this is a bad time at night, 11 at night, but you know, it's going to catch on. You know, people are going to be here if I can get internet, which I'm learning. Okay, I'm learning how to do that too. We'll see. I have to figure that out too. And this is what this is all about. So, you know, tonight being what it is, the second time, not a whole lot really, because I love doing my daily podcast and I got stuff I'm going to do in the morning that I can get out and talk about. And since this thing has kind of blown up a little bit and not really done too much, you know, when you look at it, should you just give up or should you try to keep on going? Like, see what would happen. What is really going on here? Do I really have? Wait a minute. Why am I even talking like that? That's a negative way to look at it. I have a podcast. I'm at night. It's 11:11. I'm gone. I'm right on here. I'm not going anywhere. What am I going to go for just because, you know, I had a couple problems? What is happening when that happens? Then I give up. If I give up, what am I going to do? I can't just give up. There's too much going on in life. There's too much we can look at, we can see, we can, wow. I just was really thinking about stopping this because who knows? Whoa. See, no matter how much you try, no matter how much you think that you know, and how much you try really hard, what's happening is this. Hey, Jody, how you doing? Thanks for coming on. Wave to you, Jody. How you doing? Hey, no matter how much you have to think that you don't know or you've given up because you think that maybe it's too much to handle, there's always something positive to come out of it every time. And what you have to do is look and you have to find it for yourself. Now, what is it you can do out of this positive situation? What is it that, out of any kind of situation, is it looking around and trying to find something to do for yourself? Or is it trying to help other people? Are you tending to take problems upon yourself that aren't yours and making them your problem? Well, what happens then? It becomes your problem. So maybe you should look at it differently. Yes, help, help, help. Do whatever you got to do. But what you have to do also. Hey, Sean, how you doing? Nice to see you. I'm gonna wave to you too. How you doing? it's very important to remember that we cannot give up under any terms whatsoever. You know, again, the third time I had to go on tonight, I was just about to give up. If I did that, I wouldn't have just seen these two people that just showed up. Now, how about that? How about that? See, that's why you can't do that. You have to think of other people. You said you were going to be here, you got to be here. You said you're going to do that, do that. You're going to said you're going to do that, do that. But what you have to do is take care of yourself. You know, because you, it's important. You are the one that needs to be able to look in the mirror and say, yeah, I'm okay with that. And I'm still working towards that. 5 years. Again, like I said the other day on the spring break one we had the other day, my daily podcast, I had 1 year to live 5 springs ago. And in spring, in April, I was told spring, April 2016, that I had 1 year to live. 1. Well, I've had 5 springs since then, and I'm looking forward to the next one. But I can't give up, just like I can't give up on the website. And I can't give up just because this didn't show up at the 11/11. It did. It went out. Came out. Boom. Boom. That's what life does. So what are we going to do? Sit out in the woodshed with the wind coming around like this? I can hear it coming all around me. It's starting to pick up. It's getting cold. I don't even have a sweater on. I'm so anxiety filled and I'm so hot. And this is great. I'm having so much fun being here. Why should I want anything else but this? So if you really need to look further on anything else, you can go to my website. It's bodyandmindredesign.com. You can go to Gmail and try to get a hold of me. I just was there today. There's a couple of people I get a hold of. People are starting to want to come. Hey, I got some good news. I just might have, get this. This is great. I just thought of this. I got to do something. I don't know what to do. I might have someone come in and sit in here with me playing guitar. Can you understand that? Someone wants to come because they've heard playing the guitar, the harmonica, and they know me on the side a little bit, not much, know that I play, but they've never heard me, because I wouldn't, a couple of years they've been wanting to play, and I just haven't. Well, they've heard this, and now they want to come sit in and actually be here. Can you imagine that? And I also have a couple people, get this, 2 other people that want to come sit in and do an interview and just talk about things that come up in their mind. See, these are the kind of things that we're going to be doing. Now, this is just me on my second time trying to see what's going on, figuring out, seeing what I got to do for paper, what do I need for another phone, what time is it, what do I need, my lights. I have to do things to make it look better. I'm not going to be canned. Don't ever think I'm canned. That's why I'm looking over here, and I'm looking up there, and I'm looking down there, and I'm looking over there. Because you're here, you're there, you're over there, and you're there. You're not there. Well, you are. But some of you are over there. And I want to reach everybody. Not just you and you, but everybody. So that 5-year plan, I love it. It wasn't a 5-year plan, because I didn't know it was going to be 5 years. But I stayed positive. I made sure it was everything that came up. I tried to do everything the way that, the book says, but they don't work all the time for everybody. So I had to get my own book. So for the last 5 years, I've been writing little chapters in my head about what I've been doing and what's been happening. And I've been putting them on paper. Just one little verb, maybe 3 words. It just talks about what I want to talk about, because I don't have any of this scripted. Now, the only thing I've had scripted since I've had this whole entire podcast was tonight. You know what it was? The words to I'm Sitting on Top of the World. I didn't know what they were. I had to read them as I was singing, if that's what you want to call it. Now, that's another thing. You know why I did that? Someone also texted me, hey, I remember when you were in high school, you were in plays and you used to sing. Can you sing the song? And I don't even know what song it was. I know which one it was, but I got to find it. That's how long it's been. I don't even know if they're still around. But see, people are contacting me wanting to do things. So what I do tonight, I'm not that good. But I sang because they asked me to. John, if you're watching, I know you will be. Kind of late for you. When you see this, that was for you, John. I'll get better. I just tried that about an hour ago. I didn't even think about it till then. But see, this is what I mean. I'm not canned. It's something that I'm doing because it's something that just comes to me. Now, if any of you are watching, want anything to be talked about at any time, Gmail me. You can do it right here on the site while I'm live. I'll look at it. I can read it. I can say hi. I can do whatever you want to do. But the thing comes down to this. I'm only here for one reason. It's not for me. Right there. Right there. Take your hand. Take that finger and do like this. Because that's where I want to hit you. Up here, I already know you're smart. I already know what you're talking about. I already know what you're doing because that's your life. And your life is what you make of it. What I made of mine was a mess until 5 years ago. And what we can do by these little tips that we talk about and things that we want to talk about is help each other get over that. Whether it's addiction, I mean, the things that I've been involved. If you go on my website, you'll see. I mean, come on, you know. But there's new things that I just came up with too. There's new medical things that are happening to me that I'm dealing with that I might be able to help you with. So that's going to be coming out too. And again, please don't ever think it's because I want to talk about me. I don't talk to anybody about me. Nobody even knows what my problems are, except for here. I don't talk about it in my regular life. Ask anybody. Very rarely do I talk about my problems. Except if I'm sick, I was in the hospital, something like that, but not real problems what I did. The only place you're going to find them is here. And the only reason I do that is to help you. Help you. So please, listen. Got to get up in the morning and do another podcast at 11. These are very important. Now, I want to tell you something. I'm on Spotify on a podcast. So if you're at work and you want to start listening to all my podcasts, starting last Saturday, as of tonight, I'm going to put the last 4 on. I'll have everything on Spotify. I just opened up a Pandora account in my name on the Body and Mind Redesign. I have a Twitch account. I'm going to look into doing an actual, maybe a 2-hour podcast on that, just once a week, sit down for 2 hours and do something like that. iHeart, Facebook. I also have a Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, all those. Right now, I'm not worried about those. I'm more worried about podcasts, Spotify, iHeart, videos, getting you to see. But because if you can hear and see what someone else can feel and has gone through, maybe if it touches something, a chord, or something that a loved one you have, it doesn't have to be you. It could be someone else. Contact them, let them know. I mean, that's what I'm here for, and this is what I want to do. Now, the reason you have never heard of this before is we might have heard little bits and pieces. Brian does that on the side or something like that, because I was doing it on the side. I wasn't public about this at all. I helped people. I did things. I went places. I did. I'm not going to tell you what I did because it's personal. for the people that I did it with. And anything I do is between me and them. Unless they tell me it's okay to talk, and then I'll do it. Thing is this. The one thing we all have to do is settle down, sit down, take 5 minutes, just 5 minutes. I said 10 in a video the other day, but let's go half. 5 minutes. Just take the time. Sit. Stop. Turn off all phones. Turn off all computers. Turn off anything. Sit there and just think. And breathe. Through your nose and out your mouth. And like I said in one of the videos, the podcast, on the third time that you do that, you're going to feel in the pit of your stomach a little relief. And every time you do that, it's going to get better. And as you do that, and you do that on a constant basis and on an everyday basis, you're able to go over and go over and go over things and not have to get into the doldrums of the pain and everything. Why? Because you're not thinking of that. You're thinking of the breathing. And if you have the breathing as first, the pain and everything else is second, it all comes into play. It's going to happen. It's going to happen anyway. So why not have as much? It's a little tip I do. I try to breathe like that all the time. All the time. Not just when I want to. Because that way, I'm in that mode all the time. And that's something you can do too. Try it. Try it. Like this perception thing, like I should taught you about the other day. You have to look at it because, how are you looking at what's going on? What someone else says might not even be how they're talking about. And so you take it one way, now that mean it another way, and then you go off all mad, and before you know it, you're festering because you haven't talked to them for 2 days, and they don't know why, and all they said was something, and they might have said it a little rudely or something, but they didn't mean anything by it. They were just upset. They weren't towards you. You didn't know that, but what happened? You don't talk to them. I had to do that with my wife. Like I said in another video. See, this is all great because these are all things we're talking about. And if you look at these videos, you're going to find out a little bit more detail. But I'm learning my wife right now after 43 years of marriage. Still, what do you mean still? I didn't even know her until 5 years ago. Because when I started coming out of my doldrums, our doldrums got less. And today, believe it or not, even though almost getting divorced twice over the years, recently too, it's the best marriage I think I could ever have. Because we talk now, we listen to each other, we spend time together. We're actually almost normal. Uh-oh, I can't do that. Don't worry about that. Everybody knows me. Well, I may be crazy. I'm getting old. I may rant a lot. You know I rant. I love to rant. I love the harmonica. And I'm looking forward to having this person come. I'm not going to tell you who it is. I want to make sure you're going to be surprised. This man knows what he's doing, though. I can't wait to play with him. Because you know what? I can't. I don't know if you know this or not. I don't know a note. I have 5 harmonicas with me all the time because I don't know what to play. I have to pick it up to listen. It's all by hear. By what? Hearing. Oh, hear. That's only half. You got to hear the whole thing. So, what I do is listen and learn. And I try as fast as I can to pick up the right harmonica and get to the right. And that is such a fun thing because I don't know anything about music. See, if you can take something negative and make it positive, actually makes it better. Because I can't read music and I can listen to a song, and by the second verse, we can try it with the person to come. I'll play any song he wants to play. I will. Why? I don't know. I don't know if I can, but why not try? I'll never know unless I do. So listen, that's something else to look forward to. So we got people coming. I got people coming. I mean, guy wants to come play. Listen, this is beautiful. After 1 week, I have you people showing up. I have everybody here talking. I have people wanting to know things. I have a little girl that wants to learn how to play the harmonica. No, I've met her a couple times, but I've never shown her harmonica. She's never even known I could play. So I'm going to possibly, if I can get around to finding the time, which I will, you bet I will, I want to go give her a lesson. So if you're listening, you know who you are. Okay? Maybe I'll come. It's not a maybe, it's when. Okay, I gotta go. Okay, that's way too much. I can't talk this song all the time. Well, I can. Everybody knows I can. But here we go. Another Sunday night in the can. It's all going to be on podcast. So if you don't want to watch it, you can always listen to it while you're at work. And again, within a week, with this, hopefully by tomorrow morning, it'll all be on Spotify. Every single one of my stuff for a podcast. And I'm going to have Pandora and iHeart and all the other stuff. Like I said, please, any place you can get it, I'm going to do this. And it's a lot, but I'll tell you, it's worth it. It's worth it to me to be able to get to know a little bit more about you. Why? I want to. So if you want to find out a little bit more maybe about why you're doing certain things, or why someone that you know might be doing certain things, contact me. Body and Mind Redesign at gmail.com. But I don't have a phone, because you can call about this. If you really want me, you get that, I'll get to you, and then we can get together. Facebook, all these other different places. But you know, it all comes down to one thing. What you have to do is stay true to yourself. Try to be good. Just try, will you? And as always, adios! Adios! Have a good day. I can't wait the next time. See you in the morning, 11 a.m. Adios!